Well, guys, welcome to our round two playoff preview for the Seattle Kraken against the Dallas Stars. Looking at this matchup, it was quite unexpected. Seattle taking down a giant in the Colorado Avalanche, the defending Stanley Cup champion. And then for the Dallas Stars, I mean, what a series they had to go up against Minnesota. They were tested early, behind 2-1 in that series, but they managed to bring it back, and we saw the best from Jake Ottinger. This series should be quite a banger.
Yeah, it's a weird series. It was not a series I expected at all. Seattle Kraken really surprised me in that first round there. I thought this was going to be Dallas versus Colorado, but no, Seattle really surprised us. I think with their goaltending in that first round, we'll talk about the goaltending later, but the offense was very, very good. From lines 1 to 4 contributed. The defense played really, really well as a unit of 6. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so let's get this preview underway. What we're going to do for you guys today is we're going to go through these teams. We're going to talk about the offensive matchups, defense, goaltending, special teams, and then finally we're going to give you X factor for both teams and a prediction of how this series is going to go. And let's start off with the offense. And I'm going to start off actually with the Seattle Kraken here because this team is done something really special. In the first series against Colorado, this offense scored the first goal of every single one of these games. 7 games straight, they got their first goal. This offense gets going as soon as the puck drops. Like, they're a really good first period team. It was insanely impressive to watch how fast they get after it.
Yeah, I'm also very impressed by some of the players that are playing on this team, like Alexander Wennberg. I was watching this guy. He is playing absolutely terrific two-way hockey. He's putting up some timely points. Oliver Bjorkstrand has put up some timely goals. Really beautiful snipes too. And then there's just more, and it's crazy too. They lost Jared McCann, one of their top scorers, and they were still able to find players to score. It was so impressive to watch.
Yeah, that leads to my big point about Seattle Kraken's offense. This is a team that you can't really just pick one guy to shut down. That's going to be the interesting challenge for the Dallas Stars defense, is this Seattle offense is very good as a unit. We saw all year. We kept thinking this offense were going to regress and they were going to stop scoring goals, but they come in waves. They score so much, man. Like line 1 through line 4, like they all can score. You can't really just pick one line to try to work on, whether it's like Matty Beniers' line or you go down to Oliver Bjorkstrand, Eli Tolvanen. Like, this team is just very deep offensively, and you can't really just pick one or two guys.
Yeah, Matty Beniers only had like 1 or 2 points in that whole series. It just shows that he's been playing really good two-way hockey in that series, but the thing is, he wasn't even that productive. It just shows how crazy good that whole team is in terms of offense. Like, Jordan Eberle stepping up at the right time, crazy.
Yeah, and a couple guys I want to talk about on this offense that have been scary good. And what makes them good is not just their scoring, but their two-way play. And I'm going to start off with Yanni Gourde. We've seen this guy on Tampa Bay's cup-winning team. This guy is a gamer, man. Like, he is made for the playoffs. He's just built for it. He's put up so many points already in the first series against Colorado. But also, like I said, you can use him anywhere. He can be on the penalty kill. He could be on your power play. Good 5-on-5. The guy is a great two-way player.
No, he's really, really good. There's other players as well, but to me, that's the guy that really stands out is actually Jordan Eberle. I thought he has the experience from his New York Islanders. When he was playing for New York Islanders, he was in deep runs in those teams for 2 straight years, I believe. So he has a lot of experience to help this team.
Yeah, so now let's take a look at Dallas Stars offense. It all starts with one guy in my mind because, wow, he looked so good in the first series against the Wild. And no, it's actually not Jason Robertson. Roope Hintz absolutely was electric in the first series. This guy was skating like all around the ice, making everyone look slow. Like, he was absolutely electric out there. I love this player. He's already leading the playoffs in points, which is kind of crazy. I don't think anyone could have expected that after round 1. But this guy has really been good, especially with Jason Robertson, and it looks like Joe Pavelski will be back for this series. He was pretty close to making it back for Game 6 against the Wild, and we all know when those three are united, the Robertson, Pavelski, and Hintz line is absolutely one of the best lines in all hockey.
Yeah, that line is absolutely ridiculous, and we can't discount the second line too. Wyatt Johnson and that second line is really, really good with Jamie Benn. They have good chemistry. It's interesting, even when with the injury of Pavelski in that first round, moving Tyler Seguin. Actually, he was very productive in the games 5 and game 6, which really surprised me.
No, definitely.
Because I was calling out this guy a lot because I was never really a Tyler Seguin fan. But yeah, he really showed up in the games 5 and game 6. Very impressed.
One thing this Dallas Stars team will need to do is they're going to need more contributions from their bottom 6. That is definitely something that they kind of struggled with in the first series, and they've kind of struggled with a little bit all year. Guys like Mason Marchment and Max Domi. These guys need to really have a better series overall. You expect a lot from these guys. They've both had previous good seasons where they get 50 plus points, like both decently offensively talented. So we need to see it. This team's got to be able to compete with, like we said, a Seattle team that scores in waves. So we need these other guys to contribute. Also, 5-on-5, Dallas' scoring needs to be a bit better than it was in their first series if they want to look to advance against Seattle, because they were relying quite heavily on that power play.
So moving on to the defense, I'll start with the Seattle Kraken. The unit of 6 of Vince Dunn, Justin Schultz, Carson Soucy, and all these guys
and Larson
are very, very good. They played their role perfectly. Like Adam Larson's a shutdown demon, hits everything, blocks everything. Same with Carson Soucy, hits everything, blocks everything. And then you guys got some offensive defensemen in Vince Dunn and Justin Schultz. Justin Schultz has really evolved into a really good two-way defenseman, which is very impressive for me to see. Because I used to see this guy a lot in Edmonton, and he was a one-trick pony.
Just a power play specialist.
Yeah. Now he's like a pretty decent two-way hockey player, which is very impressive.
Yeah, I really like the makeup of this defense. Not a lot of big names or anything, but these guys have like a good mix. Like Hohen said, you got guys like Vince Dunn he's a good two-way defenseman. He can do both. Schultz, same thing, getting better two-way, but more offensively productive. And then you get guys like Larson, who is just so valuable to a team. Like I can't even he's just so valuable. Like between the way he's able to defend, the way he blocks shots, how physical he is with players in the corner, like this guy's just so good all around. And then you got a guy like Carson Soucy, who in my mind really was one of the standout players in the first series. So defensively sound. He's not going to get you a lot of points, but what he adds to the team is invaluable.
Yep. And now let's move on to the Dallas Stars defense. They obviously is led by Miro Heiskanen. I mean, he's one of the best defensemen in the first round.
Yeah, I said it was like a debate between 3 guys, Montour, Riley, and then Heiskanen. Those 3 guys really stood out to me more than anyone. Heiskanen's skating is just so fluid and so clean. And the way he was so patient with the puck at times in that series against the Wild, like he really was helping take over. It was actually really beautiful to watch. And then you look down, I mean, you got a lot of gritty guys on this Dallas defense, guys like Esa Lindell and guys like Yanni Hakanpää. Like they got some physical boys that can keep these forwards honest here.
Yeah, the only guys I'm not too sure about are Hanley and Harley. I watched them play. They look okay. I don't know. Sometimes they make some questionable passes, some questionable plays, but hopefully they'll pick it up in the second round because they need to against a very fast, very high-scoring Seattle Kraken team.
Yeah, Thomas Harley is a good prospect, former first-round pick. Solid potential, honestly, but he is still young. So the inexperience, we'll have to see how that goes. I know he took one penalty that he probably wants back that cost them early in that series against the Wild. So these guys are going to have to be a little more disciplined and responsible. But now we got to talk about the goaltending here. Honestly, these 2 were the stars of round 1, more than almost anyone other than maybe Roope Hintz. But when you look at Dallas Stars and Jake Ottinger, like this guy... Holy crap, is he good. I mean, I can't imagine how a goalie is so good so young. We always talk about how goalies take forever to develop and they're not good until they're in their mid-20s. This guy felt like he was good right away when he was like 21, 22, and he just seems to keep getting better and better. How he looked with that shutout, the key shutout in the Game 5 for the Dallas Stars in that first series was unreal. He followed it up with almost getting a shutout in Game 6 to win the series. This guy is absolutely one of the best goaltenders in hockey.
No, I agree. He is the best goaltender in the playoffs, I think generally speaking, he is. He was so good, so acrobatic in that net. He just knows where the puck is going to be.
Yeah, I like his mental game too. I mean, the guy doesn't seem wavered. He lets in a goal here or there. He just doesn't seem like it affects him. I really like that. And that's key for a goalie. You got to have a short memory.
Yeah.
And then moving on to Seattle. This guy has been absolutely insane, and what a surprise. Philip Grubauer, his regular season was not impressive to me. Honestly, I'm going to be straight with you. I didn't think he was that good in the regular season. Below 900 save percentage, just not going to cut it. But man, oh man, did he have a series against Colorado. This is the Grubauer that was nominated for the Vezina Trophy a couple years ago. This guy was unbelievable against the Avalanche.
He was good against the Avalanche, but this is the thing. The Avalanche team was his old team. I feel like he knows a lot of those players on that team, and he wanted a revenge on that team. So he was very motivated to play really, really well. This is a different animal now. You're playing against a Dallas Stars team. I don't know how he's going to perform. Whether he's going to be the regular season Grubauer, he could even be last year's Grubauer, or he could be this first round Grubauer. You don't know what you're going to get.
No, that's true. We'll have to see if he has the same hunger to defeat the Stars he did for the Avs. And if he does, this could be a very low-scoring series with these two goalies. We got to move on to the special teams here now. When looking at the special teams, this was quite the difference in round one. Dallas Stars power play was clicking, and a big reason they were scoring goals. We all know, like with that unit, when you got Heiskanen on the point there, and then you got Jamie Benn in front of the net, and then obviously if Pavelski's back to tip those pucks in that position that he's been one of the best all time at tipping pucks, and then you got Hintz and Robertson on the wall. Like, this is one stacked power play unit.
No, it's good. It was like really the only time they ever score goals, and it was so frustrating to watch.
It was hard to watch.
Yeah, it was really hard to watch, and and you're gonna see what my prediction is gonna be at the end of this video. But I have some questions around Dallas Stars. But one of the big questions.
One of them is not the power play though. It's good.
The power play is very good, but it worries me that it was really the main source of offense.
Yeah. For Seattle, it's kind of the polar opposite, actually. This team's very good at scoring 5-on-5, but their power play really struggled against the Avalanche. It was not able to really connect very often.
No, but I feel like if they can... I feel like 5-on-5 scoring is more important.
Well, it's more of the game.
It's more of the game than power play. So if the team doesn't have to rely on power play to score goals, I think they have a decent chance.
I mean, I do think their power play is going to be better. I don't think it could be worse than it was against Colorado. So I do feel like Seattle will step it up this series. It's going to be harder, though, because Dallas's penalty kill is known to be very good. It was top 5 this year all year long. Yep. So this should be quite interesting. Once again, I'm kind of starting to lean towards thinking, even with special teams and all that, this could be a very low-scoring series.
It could be, because if both of these goalies decide to play really, really well, like they did in the first round, it's going to be very low-scoring.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
So, Hohen, we're going to do this thing. I'm going to need you to give me an X factor from both teams. I want you to give me an X factor first off for the Seattle Kraken.
My X factor for the Seattle Kraken will be Oliver Bjorkstrand. I feel like I know this guy can score a lot of goals. I've seen him play really well in Columbus, and I want to see him translate that. Especially with Jared McCann, one of their top scorers out of the lineup, I want to see this guy putting out way more goals than he did in the first round, and I think he can do it.
My X factor for the Kraken has to be Matty Beniers. I loved the small things he did in that series. Looked very good for a rookie. He did not look like a rookie out there, guys. He was very comfortable on that ice. He's been so good all year, probably winning the Calder Trophy. If he doesn't, I would be shocked. I'd probably sue. This is a problem. He should win. But he only got 1 point, 1 goal in that series in 7 games. And I think he's going to have to be a little bit better offensively if this team is to upset the Dallas Stars. And I think that he will be a lot better.
Yep, and my X factor for the Dallas Stars is very easy. It's Max Domi. This guy's got to do something. This guy didn't do anything in that first round. He looked terrible ever since he got traded there, honestly.
I think a lot of Stars fans agree with you right now.
Yeah, he just doesn't look good. He's got to pick it up if they want to win.
No, absolutely agree.
Yeah.
For me, I think I got to say X Factor, this is going to be Wyatt Johnson. He's been really solid. Actually, he stood out to me quite a bit, like Cohen said, on the second line there for the Dallas Stars. Once again, I picked another young guy because honestly, for the young players, you never really know. It's their first playoffs. How are they actually going to do? And if he can really bring it offensively and add some depth scoring to this team after that big line, this team might be able to score more goals than we're anticipating here. But guys, we got to give you a prediction here. We got to take a side. I kind of like both these teams. I thought they both played well so far. But I'm going to have to go with the Dallas Stars taking this one. And I'm going to say it's going to go fairly long. I'm going to say this is Dallas Stars in 6.
I'm going to say Seattle Kraken in 6.
Seattle Kraken. Okay, all right.
No.
Disagreeing, I like it. Keeps it spicy. All right, guys. But until next time, we'll take care and have a great day. We'll talk to you in the next one.
Take care, guys. Bye.